Well, for one, I'm really proud of these guys. I said in the locker room after the game how much it's been a joy and a pleasure to work with these guys each and every day. Through the highs, through the lows, they really turned into everyday guys in terms of being consistent with great attitudes and a great approach every day. Through their hard work, they were warranted an opportunity to be in this great tournament and play in this great venue tonight. And I thought they handled themselves well. I thought we had one of our better first halves of the year. I thought we came out in the second half. We knew that they were going to come with the run. We withstood their run. And still had a little bit of separation. I just thought down the stretch, give them credit. They made big plays, big shots, and finished the game down the stretch and end up winning this ball game. Sean's a really good coach. They have a really good team. But I'm proud of my guys, and I love these guys, and I love how hard they competed for myself each and every day. Nothing to hang our heads up. Nothing to hang our heads about at all. I'm really proud of these guys.
How impactful did you think Marcus Foster's threes were, and how hard was it to try to keep them from attacking the paint as good as three-point shooters they were?
We give those guys a lot of credit. They made 12 threes tonight. He made 4 of those. He's a guy that when you're going into the game was a guy that we need to try to force him to make tough twos. And that he was a capable three-point shooter and could shoot the basketball really well from the perimeter. Made some really big ones down the stretch. I thought Hunter threes were big. I mean, he made 3 threes in this game. Those are huge threes for those guys. And Hughley throws one in, and Fremantle throws one in. So between their bigs, they made 5 threes, and Foster throws in 4. We did a pretty good job on Conwell, pretty good job on Maddox, and stuff. But give them credit. They made big shots down the stretch, and Foster was a big part of that down the stretch.
Far end.
RT, you've been in a lot of NCAA games. This is your first Four. Did this feel like a First Four game, or what did it feel like to you?
Oh, this is, I've been in some great battles with Sean Miller. Sean Miller's a great coach. He and I have had some really good battles against each other. He's at Arizona, met Fresno State. Here we had a good battle a couple years ago, Sweet 16 game. We've had a good history with Xavier, period. 3 games where we play for, Sweet 16, go to Elite 8 games with those guys. So great history between the two schools in NCAA tournament play. You get here, this is an incredible venue to play in. Great fans here in Dayton. Wish we would have had more Dayton fans than Xavier fans. But nevertheless, you're always excited about competing in postseason play in an NCAA tournament. This had the feel of a Sweet 16 game tonight. It really did, much more so than even a first-round game. So 2 teams going at it, 2 teams, really trying to stop one another. It's kind of a heavyweight fight down the stretch, and, the last one standing, and getting it done was gonna walk out of here with the win.
On the end.
Hey, Rodney, Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman. Dayton played in NIT tonight. That's why their people stayed home. So that's kind of a tough break. Midway through that second half, you pulled Jordan Pope aside because he forced a shot, and I could see you saying you need to show some poise. How was that important? Because you had some uncharacteristic turnovers there that kind of spurred their run. What were you saying to your guys on the side?
Well, we had 4 turnovers at the half. I thought we did a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. We knew they're a team that's going to load to the ball. Anytime you drive, you got to hit the open guy. 3 of our turnovers in the first half was because of driving in there and they got their hands on some balls. I thought in the second half, for a better part of it, we did a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. Just give or take here, there. We had a maybe a basketball-related turnover, and things. But I thought down the stretch when I was talking with Jordan, it was more about, keeping his head in the game. He picked up his 3rd foul pretty quickly there, and we had to take him out. I wanted him to stay locked in the game. And ready for us at any call for an opportunity to come in and continue to help us in this game. So, that's basically what I was talking to him about.
First row.
RT, after every team season, Chris O'Connor always says, okay, I'm going to meet with their coach after the season. Do you know when you're meeting with him? And has he given you any clue about the direction of the program?
Well, I think at the end of the day, I think you always control what you can control. You know, we were excited about being in this tournament. I thought we had a team that was playing really well and capable of making a really good run here. Got off to, one of our better halves of the year. I mean, first half was terrific. But we knew, again, as you play this game, that there's always ebb and flow and there's always runs. I think when everything's said and done, I think you always thank the guys that have laid it on the line for you every night. And that was our players. They did it every day for me. They did it every night for me. There's not one guy in that room I wouldn't do anything for the rest of their lives. And I think when you talk about, evaluating the season, you do that when the dust settles, and just like you would after any season. So I'm sure there'll be an opportunity where we'll get a chance to sit down and talk about the season and what our thoughts are, what our thoughts were about the season, and you kind of go with it from there.
A couple more questions for Coach.
That's Rodney Terry in what could be his final press conference as Texas head coach. This likely is also Trey Johnson's last game as a Longhorn, an outstanding freshman season where he had the second most points per game by a Texas freshman, only behind Kevin Durant. Our Adam Finkelstein projects him as the 10th overall pick in his latest NBA mock draft.